Hello, thank you for visiting with me today. Formula One and the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's get into this. This is one fan's opinion. Alright, well, if you are here, I'm assuming you watched the Chinese Grand Prix. Again, let's get this right off the top, right out of the way. Oscar Piastri from McLaren came in first. Lando Norris from McLaren came in second. George Russell from Mercedes came in third. Max Verstappen came in fourth. Charles Leclerc for Ferrari came in fifth. Lewis Hamilton for Ferrari came in sixth. And all of that changed. So Oscar Piastri, Charles Leclerc, and Lewis Hamilton were disqualified at the end of the Chinese Grand Prix. What happened? Well, for Pierre Gasly, his car was underweight by 1 kilogram. What does 1 kilogram equate to in pounds? That equates to 2.2 pounds. That's what he was under by. Same thing with Charles Leclerc. So chances are what had happened, in my guess, is that because they were supposed to they had a 2 pit stop strategy, and everyone started doing one after Oscar Piastri said that he thinks he could make it to the end on what he had. So Ferrari, I'm guessing, decided to leave Leclerc out. I think what would have accounted for the extra weight is if they'd changed tires, because the tires then would have been less used, meaning more weight. But that's my opinion. Lewis Hamilton. So do me a favor. Take out your wallet, your purse, pull out your driver's license, credit card. So let me back up. Under the cars, they have these wear blocks. So it's a wearable part, and that prevents the car from rubbing and destroying the cockpit, as well as to make sure that there's a certain amount of room underneath the car. Because these cars are so aerodynamically built, the closer you are to the ground, the more suction you will have. So there has to be a minimum requirement. On Hamilton, first off, the wear blocks are supposed to be 9 millimeters. So remember when I said take out your credit card or your driver's license? Yeah, well, it's thinner than that Hamilton got pinched or penalized for. So it's supposed to be 9 millimeters. Hamilton's wear bar was 8.6 millimeters. So less than that credit card or driver's license that you have in your hand. This is the first time in 75 years that Ferrari's been pinched for this. You know, with the amount of BS, or not even BS, because I mean, rules are rules. They got in trouble. Ferrari at the end of the Australian Grand Prix said that they would not be making their way to the Chinese Grand Prix because of the amount of adjustments that needed to be made. Remember in the last video, I had said that, you know, the spoilers, the wings, weren't allowed to move more than 2 millimeters, and they changed it to 0.5 millimeters. And if your car is aerodynamically set up for that, and you take that away, you need to put it somewhere else. So they said that they weren't going to make it to the Chinese Grand Prix, and they changed their minds, I guess, the last minute to get their car there. So with all the changes that were taking place, because keep in mind, they've got to get their car to the next country with their equipment, with their staff, make whatever changes, test it, and go out racing. That's a lot to get done. That's a lot to be done in a short period of time. So I'm guessing someone overlooked something. Now, that's not an excuse. Rules are rules. So, but it just feels like to me that Formula One, the FIA, keeps leaning on Hamilton. Is it a racial thing? Or is it just coincidence? I would like to believe it's coincidence, but with the way the world is and the harassment that I get, and I mean, I'm not famous by any means. Anyhow, after 75 years, Ferrari's being pinched, being penalized. It seems a little... Anyhow, rules are rules. What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, McLaren is at 78 points, Mercedes is at 57 points, Red Bull is at 36 points, and Williams and Ferrari are tied at 17 points. Liam Lawson, we're not sure what's happening with him because there's a lot of speculation that Red Bull is going to pull him. I hope not. In my opinion, he should be left alone a little bit longer because, I mean, he is getting better. You look at the first race and this race, he is getting better and better. So, I mean, to pull the plug now, I think would be premature, but that's my opinion. The next race is Japan. And that will be between the 4th and the 6th of April. My predictions, well, that track has a lot of corners, a lot of straights, but I believe that McLaren and Red Bull will have the advantage. Their cars seem to be set up better for corners. Yeah. What do I think is going to happen to Ferrari? Well, I hope that these guys can get, their heads back in the game, because this is a major blow. This puts them quite a ways behind. Yeah, quite a ways behind everybody else. Well, the leaders, the front runners. Let's go Ferrari. But again, that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. And I didn't even talk about Charles Leclerc's front spoiler being broken. Oh well.